My name's Austin, and this is my 2003 10th anniversary Cobra. I'm the creator behind Cobra Owners. I started the Instagram page last year, February 23rd, 2022, with the goal in mind to keep the Cobra community together and keep these cars alive. I really love these cars, and growing up, I know we all watched the snake bite video on YouTube, and that's really what did it for me. This was my dream car. I really want to give people a platform to talk about their car and the story behind it. Everyone has their own journey with their car. And it's super fulfilling to be able to hear those stories, because I know there's a lot of people in my life that I would not have met if it weren't for this car. And I'm truly thankful to meet these people along the way, and the people that I'm going to meet in the future because of this car. So how I came across this car, my buddy Aziz down in Marietta was going to school there, and he had this car for maybe a year or so. And when he moved back home to Kuwait, the car sat in the YMCA parking lot for about 6 months. He asked me if I knew anyone that wanted to buy the car, and immediately I wanted it. So I went down there. It was November 7th, 2018, and the car had been sitting for a couple months outside. There was a couple issues with it. The battery was completely dead. I sat there for maybe 20 minutes trying to jump it. Ended up going to buy a new battery. On the way home, I was getting on the highway, just bought the car, get in the booth to see what it's all about, and the supercharger belt snapped. So I pulled over, realized it was done, and drove the car home from Marietta, Ohio to Columbus, Ohio, just on battery power. I knew the water pump was good, so I wasn't going to overheat there. After that, I got the car home and started to do a couple little things. I changed the wheels out, put new tires on it. My buddy helped me detail the car, buff it, and that pretty much started the journey for this car. After that, I put a 2.2 Kenny Bell on it, the Screamer. That was the supercharger that I wanted on there from the snake bite videos. And it was tuned on E85. It made about 650 to the wheels, and it was a perfect street car. After that, I ended up getting a sponsorship opportunity through Whipple Superchargers, and I took the 2.2 Kenny Bell off and put the 3-liter Whipple on the car. Ever since then, the car's been awesome. It makes good power, good street car, and just ready to enjoy the car for what it is. For the mods, I have a 3-liter Whipple supercharger, has ID 1300 injectors, 4 fuel system with dual 465 pumps. I have all Metco pulleys, has a 2-pound lower Metco pulley. Alternator, I have a Kenneth Miley Jr. 200 amp, really solid alternator. I have an AFCO heat exchanger. Going back to the transmission, it's just a stock T56 with a McLeod RXT clutch. Going back to the rear end, I just have Viking coilovers and 15 by 10 weld setup, and I have 17 by 5 up fronts. For my headers, I have 1 7/8 American Racing headers with a 3-inch X pipe, and the catback is an SLP loudmouth. So I have a few really cool memories with this car. The first one, I met my girlfriend in this car. Um, that was 4 years ago. So I'm really attached to this car because of that. And I remember 4 years ago meeting other people with Terminators around Columbus. And it was always my dream just to cruise with a bunch of Cobras. So I would look in my rearview mirror and see a bunch of Cobras, and I would look out in front of me and see a bunch of Cobras. And that was a really cool experience for me. It almost didn't feel real, especially being a kid and wanting this car so bad, and all of that coming to reality. It was just a really cool moment for me. I have a couple favorite things about this car. First is the wheels. I've always dreamt about having a Cobra with Weld S71s on it. It was always my vision when I bought this car. Next would probably be the seats. I love the seats of the 10th anniversary. They're hard to find, and I'll honestly never let them go. So as every Cobra owner knows, these have pretty weak alternators. So my least favorite memory with this car was when I first bought it, I went through 4 alternators within a month, and it was not fun. This is my first Ford, and it didn't really put a good taste in my mouth having to push this thing off the side of the road multiple times. So I finally got the Kenneth Miley Jr. alternator, and all my problems were solved from there. The ones from O'Reilly's, not good. Don't get those. Just bite the bullet, get a Nations alternator or a Kenneth Miley Jr. alternator, and just be done with it. Other than that, the car's been great. Made a lot of great memories with the car, and I never plan on selling it. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Appreciate the support for Cobra owners. The goal is to keep the Cobra name alive forever and hear the stories behind other cars. If you want to follow my personal page, it's SVT_Adams. I'll post a lot more now that it's summer of my personal car and the things that I'm doing to it, the plans for that. If you have any questions, feel free to direct message me. If you like the video, please give it a like, comment if you have any comments, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. Thank you.